What is the crack, everybody, and welcome to my video where I will be showing you how I got the platinum trophy for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. This will contain some spoilers, and this mad fella climbing the rope is called Cal, and it seems like he's going on an adventure, so he's going to have to hand in his 2 weeks notice. So it looks like handing in his 2 weeks notice was not a good idea. They didn't take it too well. So let's start off his journey and the platinum journey. We're getting the first trophy called the Mantis, and the way you acquire this trophy is by getting rescued by these two in a ship called the Mantis. In this game as well, it takes place over a good few planets, so we get to travel to them. And since we're still meeting new people or new things, that brings me to meeting BD1, who will be your companion throughout the whole game. With BD in hand, this brings me to the next trophy I managed to collect called A Long Time Ago. And how you can collect this trophy is by finding this temple and exploring it on the planet. And while exiting the temple, making my way to another planet, I ran into none other than your ex. Moving on, while on this new planet, I got the trophy, the obstacle in the way. And you can nab this by exploring this temple and making it to the end. I don't know why, but seeing Forrest Whitaker in this game took me by complete surprise. Meeting him still didn't stop me from getting this next trophy back at you. And how you unlock this trophy is by deflecting 50 blaster bolts back at the person. Advancing to the next trophy I got called Happy Go Wookie, and you get this for freeing all the captive Wookiees on the planet Kashyyyk. The next trophy that I managed to obtain, it was called Kickoff, and how you obtain this trophy is by practicing your can and kicking one of the soldiers till they're unalive. The next trophy that I can buy was called Bank Shot, and what you have to do to acquire this trophy is push one enemy into another, unaliving them. The trophy I managed to earn next was called Everything is Connected, and you can pick this trophy up by exploring one of the tombs called Mythical. On the way off the planet, we get abducted and we get thrown into what I can only describe as a space gladiator arena. But we win our freedom and we managed to win this next trophy called Look Out Below. To gain this trophy, you just have to yeet 10 people off a high enough ledge, using the Force, of course. Throughout the game, you get to make some seriously cool upgrades to your lightsaber, like making it double-edged. And making it double-edged allowed me to get this next trophy called Her Name was Masana Tide. And how you can secure this trophy is by fighting someone called the Ninth Sister. And after finishing that scrap with her, we go on to a planet that I can only describe as Halloween 24/7. While fighting these really aggressive Halloween gores, I got my next trophy called Perfect Timing. And to score this trophy for yourself, you need to parry 100 enemy attacks throughout the game. And getting this next trophy, Gorgara Falls, I understand why it's a Halloween planet. And to have this trophy, you'll have to fight a gigantic man-bat terror thing. And while we're talking about fighting scary things, I also have a fight with my old passed away master. We get a bit mad at our trainer, so because of that, it leads us to our next trophy called For a More Civilized Age. And how you can receive this trophy is by making and crafting your very own lightsaber. And I thought there was no better time to get this trophy, Sabersmith, than now, because you get this trophy for just fully customizing your lightsaber. And while customizing, I decided to get another trophy called the Full Glow Up. And how you bag this trophy is by customizing your ship Cal with his ponchos and his normal clothes, and the adorable BD1, which does bring me on to the next trophy I managed to get called Don't Mess with BD1. And to get your hands on this trophy, you have to use BD1 to hack a droid and let that droid destroy someone else. These robots are into some really kinky shit. Moving on to the next trophy I managed to get called I Knew He Was No Good, and you get this for fighting an old Jedi Master. And this old Jedi Master must have been saving up his energy for ages, because look at the movements of him. He looks like someone that just took some no snuff, but he is not as impressive as this bounty hunter here, who I reckon should not have become a bounty hunter. He should have become a magician instead, because he pulled off a serious magic trick, like a magic trick that would even make David Copperfield or Harry Houdini envious of him. Like, he just up and vanished right here. I don't know where he went. What didn't vanish though is me acquiring this next trophy called The Holocron Awaits, and you get this for going back to the very first temple where you met BD and opening the vault. The next enemy I encountered had hacks on the cheating shite. I can't put my lightsaber through a door to open it. I got away from the cheating shite, and this led to my next trophy called Trust Only in the Force, and you get this trophy for just finishing the story of the game. Advancing on to the next trophy that I managed to get called Scum and Villainy, and you can bag this trophy by fighting every type of bounty hunter in the game. The next trophy that I managed to pick up was called Can't Touch This, and the way you can snag this trophy is by dodging 100 times perfectly. And now for a more adorable trophy called Full House, and you pick this up by acquiring a new pet called a Bogling, and the other crew member is called a Night Sister called Mirren. Continuing on to the next trophy I got, it was called Echo Location, and you get this for finding 75 Force Echoes, and these things are everywhere. Proceeding on to the next trophy, which was Data Disk. How you can land this trophy is by collecting all of BD's encrypted logs, which are the ones where you get to hear Cordova talk. I then had to go back to your ex to get my next trophy called Cal Got Your Tongue, and this trophy is exactly like it sounds. You have to get the tongue out of one of them frog things in his mouth. You have to use the force pull on this. You can't just slice his tongue when he shoots it out. It took me ages to figure this out. The next trophy that I picked up was called What Goes Around, and you can acquire this trophy by defeating an enemy with their own slowed blaster bolt. The next trophy I received was called Blade Master, and you can get this by hitting one enemy with every type of lightsaber. And I found the easiest way to do this was on one of the bounty hunters you randomly come across. Attacking something easier now to get this next trophy called Kicking Back, and you can obtain the trophy by kicking a flak after being kicked by one. The next trophy I got, called Triple Take, came at a complete surprise to me, because you're supposed to get this trophy when you throw your lightsaber and take out 3 enemies at once. I didn't do that. Moving on to the next trophy that I got, it was called Feel the Force. As it's quite a simple trophy to get, all you have to do is purchase all the Jedi skills. The next trophy that I managed to claim was Legendary Beasts, and how you can claim this trophy is by taking on 4 legendary beasts throughout all the planets. The first one was the Nadiag Alpha. I said that right, shut up. The next one was Ogdo, Bogdo, Rabid Jobust. What are these names? And finally, the big scary albino Wadchak. I hope this giant spider doesn't have any kids. Well, this is really awkward. Moving very swiftly on, the next trophy I got was called Data Collector, and this trophy will take you pretty much the whole game to get, because you have to scan every enemy type. The next trophy wasn't as hard, and it was called Visiting Alderaan Places. And if you want to land this trophy, all you have to do is explore this place, the Crashed Ventor. Shifting to the next trophy, Medical Droid. And how you retrieve this trophy is by collecting 10 stim canisters. Collector was the next trophy I got shortly after that one. And if you want to get a hold of this trophy, you have to get all chests and all secrets. The next trophy that I captured was called A Galaxy Far, Far Away. And other than it being a very on-the-nose reference, the thing you have to do to get this trophy is explore all of the maps, 100%. The trophy I got my hands on next was called Not So Fast. And to bag this trophy, you have to defeat 25 enemies while they are completely slowed. The next trophy, Big Bang, also includes me destroying stormtroopers. And to earn this trophy, you have to destroy 10 enemies with their own explosive projectiles. And there is more than one way to do this. And speaking of more than one, this brings me on to the next trophy called Green Thumb. And this trophy is quite simple. You just need a fully grown Terranium, and you get this by collecting seeds on different planets. I think every planet has 2 seeds. And finally, this brings me on to the Platinum Trophy. And the rating I would give this game is about a 4 out of 10, depending on the difficulty. If you up the difficulty, I'd say it could be a 5, maybe even a 6. I found the hardest part about this game to be trying to learn the mini bosses or the bosses' attack patterns. But once you learn them, the game is pretty simple from there on. And this will be the end of the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. I also hope to see you in the next one, and goodbye.